How's it going, guys? It's Baba Ganoush here. Great to be back with you. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, October 30th. I wanted to get this review done for you guys real quick because I do have a company Halloween party to go to later tonight. I'm going to get you guys some great footage. You'll see my costume, so on and so forth. So, today I wanted to bring you my final review of my brand new piece of equipment, something that I kind of previewed in my previous backpacking trip. Um, this is something that I really had my eye on for a while. Like every backpacker, they're always looking at new pieces of equipment on how to simplify their system, how to make their system a little bit lighter weight, and this really checked off both of those boxes for myself. So, why don't we go ahead and get into it? Here is my final review of the TarpTent Notch by Henry Shires. So okay, guys. Like I said, this is the TarpTent Notch by Henry Shires. I had my eye on this tent for a while. I love the fact that it was so easy to set up, so quick to set up. It did lighten my pack weight by about another half a pound or so. And on my trip last week, I was so very impressed with it. I'm still kind of learning a little bit about it, how to set it up properly. But it's just so convenient. It sets up in a matter of a minute to 2 minutes tops, and you're done. So that's something that I really want to try to focus on to just limit the time that I'm trying to set up my camp. So this thing comes in at 27 ounces, and that includes the overall tent and also the tent stakes that come with it. However, inside I do have my Tyvek ground sheet in here as well, so it bumps it up to about 31 ounces, still under that 2 pound mark, which is absolutely fantastic. However, you'll notice when I set this thing up, the ease of use setting it up is what really sold me on it. How it only has only four stakeout points, sets up, they say, in about a minute to 2 minutes tops. And so that was something that I was really focused on, is just simplifying everything. So this right here comes in, it's about 16 inches long is the pack size. And the reason for that is because it comes with these rods in the corners, which you'll guys see in a minute when I set it up. And certainly I can take those down if I want to try to pack it down smaller. But again, I wanted something where I could just open it up, unravel it, and then set it up right away and be done with it. I didn't want to really have any kind of installation to go to, have to take part in. So that being said, why don't I go ahead, set it up so I can show you how easy it is to set up, show you guys the dimensions and some of the different features and aspects of the tent to go along with it. So why don't we go ahead and get started here, guys. Okay, guys, that's about it. As you can see, I'm still getting used to it. Like I said, it's a brand new piece of equipment. Obviously, new piece of equipment, it takes a little getting used to. However, even me with the brand new tent, still trying to, just get accustomed to how to set it up properly. It only took me about 3 minutes. So, super nice and easy to set up. I'm just extremely impressed with the simplicity, the efficiency of it, and yet something that's going to perform beautifully for me. So why don't I take you off the bracket here? We'll go ahead and get a up close and personal look at it. Okay, guys, so here you have it. It's all set up for you. So super nice and easy. Only 4 stakeout points. Set up with the trekking pole design. Just the simplicity of it is what really attracted me to it. So it's an ultra sil nylon all the way around, which makes it really nice and durable against all the terrible weather conditions and everything I expect to experience out on the trail. We did have a little bit of rain last week on our backpacking trip, and it held up beautifully. Now, one of the things that I kind of disliked about my Big Agnes tent was that the rainfly was so thin. It was such a thin ripstop nylon that any humidity or condensation and rain, it would become soft and start to sag and start to droop, to where, it would even start to affect getting a little bit of water inside my tent. Making sure that it was tightened down and adjusted properly on my big Agnes tent was absolutely necessary. It took a little bit of time to stretch out. With this, because it is more a thicker sil nylon around the top, it doesn't take as long to stretch out, and again, with all the rain and everything, it's going to withstand it a lot better. It's going to hold on to its structural integrity much, much better. So, coming along to the sides, you do have double doors, a vestibule space on both sides here. And as you can see, just 4 stakeout points, really nice and simple to set up. Coming on down to the zipper here, you do have those really nice line locks on here, which make it extremely easy and quick to set up. You do have a nice little clip down here to take some pressure off the zipper itself. And one of the nice things about it is that you can leave the clip attached, open this up if you wanted to, and allow some air to get inside there. So I thought that was a really nice thought on their part to include that in there. Coming on down to the corners over here, the original stakeout points. As you can see, there are those rods on the interior. Now again, you can remove those if you really wanted to, and it does allow you to set it up just with the inner mesh there. However, I leave those in just because, again, I want the ease of use to set up. Again, all the nice line locks on the side, so you can pull all even tension everywhere. And then if you come down here, you do have this little flap, which you can roll back if you want to allow some ventilation to get in. Or you can always Velcro that back up to allow coverage if you have, some pretty terrible weather and things, so you don't get any splashback coming inside your tent. You do have some ventilation up on the top here as well, which is great to help prevent condensation buildup on the inside. So I mean, for something that's pretty well covered all the way to the ground, as you can see, you open up the corners, you open up that top venting area, and you do have some pretty good ventilation in there, which is absolutely necessary, especially during winter months. Obviously I do go winter backpacking, so again, everything that I'm talking about right now with winter backpacking, the condensation, the simplicity, the lightweight capabilities, all of these factored into my decision to get this tent. So why don't we go ahead and open it up so I can show you the setup on the interior there. Okay, I got it all opened up for you. So when you roll back the door, you do have just these tiny little Velcro loops here. Really nice and lightweight, easy to secure down. And when you come into the side here, as you can see, I have my trekking pole all adjusted. Now I have it set to 110 centimeters, as you can see. They say that you can set up the tent between 110 and 115. However, because I already have my trekking pole set at 110 for while I'm hiking, I don't have to make any adjustment in regards to that, and it still gives me plenty of interior space. And to be honest with you, I think 110 centimeters is the optimum way to actually set up this tent. I noticed at 115, sometimes the peak height to the exterior rainfly actually sags, creates some sagging points a little bit, whereas 110 allows you to pull even tension all throughout the entire rainfly. You do have these loops down at the bottom here on the bathtub floor to be able to pull it out and give you some really nice, decent space. And again, as you can see, you have some really great space in the vestibule there, plenty enough space for multiple backpacks, all your boots, everything. You can even cook out inside there as well. One of the great things that I really liked about this for a trekking pole tent, it is actually a double wall trekking pole tent. That's right, you can actually take out the interior netting if you choose to and set this up either just with the rainfly itself, or if there's a really nice night and you want to set it up with just the bug mesh itself, you can go ahead and do that very, very easily. What I'll do is I'll provide some pictures real quick so you guys can take a look at that. Now getting on back to the interior here, it is a double vestibule, double entry, so it gives you some really good flexibility of what side you want to get in depending on, the terrain and things like that. So why don't we open this up, get on inside so you guys can take a look at the overall dimensions. Okay, guys, so here we are. So as you can see, I mean, I'm 5'10", and I can sit completely straight up in this thing. I mean, I'm even trying to extend a little bit right now. So this really gives you a lot of interior headroom. So especially changing at night and things, you know, you're not scrunched over and trying to pull stuff over your head. It actually gives you some room to actually maneuver around. You know, certainly this is only a one-man tent, so it's not like my two-man Big Agnes tent. So I mean, certainly I don't have as much space. However, I will say I actually do have a little bit more headroom inside, and with the extra vestibule space, it does give me some really nice exterior storage to go along with it. So why don't I pull you guys inside so you can check out the length and see what my view is like as well. Okay, guys, so right now my butt is sitting right on the center line of this thing, and I still have about 6 to 8 inches of space on the end of there, down near my feet. Sitting in the same spot, if I lay back here for you, as you can see, I still have plenty of room over the top of my head as well. So me standing at 5'10", this is a great length for me. It actually gives me plenty of room on the interior, especially if I start to slide around in the middle of the night. I do need to bring in like shoes or backpack for some gear storage. At least it can accommodate me if I really need to do those things. As you can see, again, you know, I'm sitting straight up in this thing, and I easily have probably about 2 or 3 inches above my head in space. Now, there's no interior pockets in this thing, no gear storage or anything, but what they did give you is they did give you these little clips up in the corner here, so that if I wanted to do just a quick ridge line, or something like that, I could easily do that just to hang some things, which I actually think I might go ahead and do. You know, when I took that out last weekend, I was kind of looking for a spot to hang my headlamp, just to be able to project some light straight down. So what I might do is just take maybe some like 2 or 3 mil cord and just string it across here just so I can toss my headlamp over or anything else that I have as well. You know, so let me sit in the center here so I can show you the space on the sides. So as you can see, I'm dead center in this thing. I have easily, you know, another 8 inches of space on both sides of me. Easy to accommodate my sleeping pad and then have, you know, be able to lay a few things out on the side there. Again, this is a one-man tent, so it's not going to be the most roomy thing. My dad was joking around that it was actually shit. He was just like, oh, it looks like a coffin kind of thing. But again, I'm trying to go lightweight. I'm backpacking. I'm not staying at the Ritz-Carlton, so I need something that's still going to give me some comfort, but be more practical than anything. You know, it is brand new. The bathtub floor, obviously being still nylon, is still pretty slick. So just with use and stuff like that, it'll get less slick. However, if you guys have some tips for me on how to be able to make sure that I don't slide around in the middle of the night and things, I would really appreciate it. One of the ideas that I had was to take very thin double-sided tape and actually put it on my sleeping pad so that when I put it down, at least it provides some tackiness so I don't slide around all night. But again, if you guys have some tips for me on how to prevent myself from sliding around on the slick bathtub floor, I would really appreciate it. So, and as you can see as well, you know, you have the double wall inside there, and again, I thought that was such a great thing that they did. It really provides you with some versatility, and you know, I didn't really want to go with a single wall tent. I know they have a reputation of, you know, building up some decent condensation, and since I have a down sleeping bag, I have down clothes. You know, I do go winter backpacking and things, and during those months, you build up quite a lot of condensation. So I wanted the double wall to give that extra airflow, prevent that condensation, so I stay nice and dry all night long. So why don't I go ahead and get on out of this thing and give you guys my final review and my final opinion about the tent. Okay, guys, so I wanted to give you my final thoughts on the tent here, and I have to say, they absolutely hit it out of the park with this thing. Certainly, you know, some people love some of the front entrance, want something with a little bit more comfort. However, especially when you're looking at something that is lightweight, easy to set up, easy to break down, easy to maintain, and comes with a great price point as well, this absolutely hits it out of the park. You know, I'm definitely going to have to give this a 5 stars out of 5 stars without a doubt. Certainly, I have a whole lot more backpacking trips coming up to where I'll be able to really test this thing out in more severe weather conditions. But just from the limited time that I've had with this, had to experience it in some rain and things like that, it's performed spectacular. It's everything that I hoped it would be and then some. So, Henry Shires, TarpTent, great job. I highly recommend this tent if you guys are looking to improve your system as well. I just can't say enough about it. It's a great product. It's done great for me so far. Price point, again, some of the specs on it real quick. 27 ounces, that's including the tent stakes. With my Tyvek ground sheet, it's sitting right around 31 ounces, which is great. However, the fact that it only has 4 stakeout points sets up in a matter of about 2 minutes tops, and still provides you with some of the headroom and some of the interior comfort that you would hope for. It's exactly what I was hoping it would be. So, alright guys, so that concludes my final review of Henry Shires TarpTent Notch. Again, if you guys are looking to improve your own system and looking as far, some of the same details that I would just talked about, I would definitely take a look into it. The price point is spectacular at only $285. I know my Big Agnes tent was costing around $360, and the new one is even costing around $380, $390. So for something that is even lighter weight than a Big Agnes tent, something that's even simpler to set up than a Big Agnes tent, and at minimum about $100 less, certainly this is absolutely spectacular. Now when you do get it, you do have to seam seal the tent, and I did that before my previous trip. So definitely, make sure that either A, you can request to have them seam seal it, which might take a couple extra days with the delivery, or you can just do it yourself, which takes honestly maybe about 15-20 minutes tops. Otherwise this tent is just spectacular. I can't say enough great things about it. I really look forward to testing it out this winter, with possibly not including the interior bug mesh, and just going with the rainfly and the floorless tent. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited for the future. This is going to be my official tent for when I do through hike the Appalachian Trail in 2018. I'm still on schedule for it. Yeah, guys, can't say enough about it. I hope you guys appreciated this video, appreciated the review. TarpTent, I'm going to be sending you the link on this review as well. I look forward to your response, and I look forward to possibly getting some more of your products in the future. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great Halloween. Baba Ganoush out. How's it going, guys? Baba Ganoush here. I hope you liked that video. Definitely feel free to subscribe for more content. Check the links in the description below, and always feel free to like, comment, and share. Ask me any questions that you guys might have. I'm always here to help you guys out. Talk to you guys soon. Baba Ganoush out.